What is up, my fellow gamers? Welcome to the channel. I am the Lethal Shinobi, and today we're going to take a look at the resources in Godfall and how to efficiently farm them. Let's get into it. So guys, there are 16 different resources in Godfall. I'm going to split all of the available resources into two different categories. The first category, which will consist of 12 of them, will be referred to as general resources. The second category will contain the last 4 rarest of resources. These 4 resources are required to increase the rarity of an item from epic to legendary, for example, or to upgrade the item's base stats and unlock the additional bonuses. So starting with the 12 general resources, we have the 3 sigils. These consist of earth, air and water variations. Sigils are only relevant for progressing through various realms during the campaign and have no use beyond this point. Secondly, we have the Coin of Valor. This is used to access both the normal and ascended versions of the Tower of Trials. Next, we have a group of 4 resources: Infused Jasper, Etheric Filament, Valor Plate Cores and Crystalline Tears. You can gather these by harvesting resource nodes in the different realms. Moving on, we have Incarnate Essence. This can be earned from completing hunt missions. The next 2 resources are Sunsteel and Dragonsteel. These can be obtained by destroying floating rocks in realm environments with your shield, or by salvaging your unwanted loot items. This is by far the better way of doing things. Here on screen, you'll see the different salvage values for each rarity. I would say that Dragonsteel is a slightly more precious resource, as you will have to salvage higher quality items to obtain it. Finally, for the general resources, we have Electrum. This is the game's base currency and can be obtained from literally every aspect of the game. Now let's get on to the 4 endgame resources. We'll start with Primal Quintessence. This can be obtained by defeating bosses in Dreamstones and can be added as a reward in Dreamstone Shaping. Next up, we have the 3 rarest of resources in the game. We have the Orb of Creation, the Orb of Eternity, and the Orb of Oblivion. Other than a few of each that you will obtain by completing the main campaign, these can only be obtained by completing specific Dreamstones and can be added as a reward in Dreamstone Shaping. Although they are all rare, I personally rank the Orb of Creation as the rarest out of the 3, followed by the Orb of Eternity in second, and lastly the Orb of Oblivion. Since the release of the Fire and Darkness DLC with the Lightbringer update, there is one more resource that's been added into the game. This consists of various different curses. There is a lot to go through for this section. If you guys would like to see a video explaining all of the different curses, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to make it happen. Now that we have all the resources out the way, I want to share some of my personal farming methods. The one I found the most fun and rewarding has a 2-part structure. Both parts combined will take a total of about 20 to 30 minutes of playtime, depending on the capability of your individual build. The example assumes that you do not have a level 50 and above volatile Dreamstone, so it is a good starting point for the endgame. Feel free to adapt it to your own situation. For the first part, we go for the direct route and pick a initial specific resource that you need. Let's take Orbs of Oblivion for instance. Load up a relevant level 50 and above Dreamstone and first check the Dream Shaping screen. If any of the shaping options include one of the 4 rare resources, it is worth the time investment in this stone to clear a mini boss. You can see that Primal Quintessence was available in the shaping options in my run. I just want to say here, if none of the rare resources are shown, go to complete the main boss fight straight away. This will get you the basic quantity of the resource, as we don't want to waste time here re-rolling the options. If you are unsure about what level of Dreamstone to go for, I would advise to pick one which is easy enough for your Valor Plate build to kill the main boss in under 1 minute. We want to avoid long drawn out fights and waste time with multiple boss phases, and the 1 or 2 orb difference between level 50 and 60 content is not important. We also don't want any stone below level 50. This is as we want the loot that drops to be at the maximum level cap. Now continuing on with the example run, once you have defeated the mini boss, add the reward to the pool, and from here you can repeat the steps if another rare resource option is shown as a replacement, or until a volatile Dreamstone is revealed. Guys, also note here, once a reward has been added from the shaping screen, it is not only applied to the main boss fight, it is available each time a mini boss is also cleared. For this run in the normal stone, I was quite lucky with the rewards that showed up and decided to continue the run, as the main aim of part 1 was to obtain a volatile stone. Now that we have one available, this is where you want to spend the majority of your time. In this example, I had bonuses to stability and shaping cost options, which allow for a more rewarding session when compared to normal Dreamstones. Take advantage of the bonuses that your volatile stone has and maximize the efficiency of your grinds. You will want to repeat the steps from part 1 here, but in part 2, it is worth reshaping where necessary to get what you are specifically looking for. You can now choose to focus on resources or weapons and equipment. In my farming runs, I normally go with the flow and see what the game offers to give to me. In this example run, I managed to get a minimum of 9 rounds. You can see on screen all of the rewards that I was obtaining per mini boss. In the volatile stones, make sure to complete all optional objectives. Continue till the end of the stone until the stability runs out, even if it takes slightly longer to do so. When you're doing your runs, if you see something specific you're looking for, I will try to focus on those. The example run, I took whatever was available to me in the shaping options. For the entire run, including part 1 and 2, I managed to farm 39 legendary items, which included 19 weapons, 7 rings, 1 charm, 3 amulets and 8 augments. For the resources, even with a generic run, I managed to get over 50 Orbs of Eternity. Like I mentioned before guys, if you have some better farming routes, let me know in the comments down below. I'd really like to hear what you have to say. Like always, if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one.